2 in a series of 6 on sales. So today's topic is about being unconvincing in the sales process. Look, I don't know about you, but I don't particularly enjoy being sold to. In fact, my experience is most people don't. Now, I will happily be led to a conclusion via a series of well-articulated and well-structured questions. Now, there's a couple of assumptions that I make and encourage you to make when working with and talking to a prospect. One is they wouldn't be talking to you at all if there wasn't a need. We don't waste our time, we're not that frivolous with it. Unless there's some sense of interest or inquiry or need for it, you won't even have that conversation. So you can have that in your back pocket in terms of them, some comfort that they're wanting an outcome. Our job is to figure out what that is. We can presuppose a whole bunch of things. If they're talking to us, there's a reason they're talking to us. It'll be related to our product, our service, our offering. So we can presuppose that there is something about our offering that it is that they're interested in. This will all make sense soon. So, what does being unconvincing require or mean? It means asking a bunch of open-ended questions. So an open question is anything that requires more words than a yes or a no to answer it. A closed question requires a yes or a no. So avoid those, because if you get a whole bunch of no's, the conversation's over. Even if you get yeses, often it can stymie the conversation and make it unnatural and not have it flow, and you don't get the information you need to offer an appropriate solution to your prospect. So open-ended questions, avoid yes-no questions if at all possible. There is an adage or a school of thought. Now we can ask a few yes questions, or questions that will likely be answered with a yes, so that our prospect gets comfortable saying yes on a regular basis before we head into the close, but we'll be talking about closing strategies in another video. So, unconvincing questions, wide open questions. Things like, what would you need to see to work with me? Is a great question, so they can tell you exactly what they want, and then you get to choose whether it is you are willing to do those things or offer those things or be those things. Another one is, with a big loading in it, is what is the current challenge you are finding with XYZ provider or XYZ service related to yours? A couple of really good things in that style of question is the presupposition that they are having problems. If you ask them, are you having problems? The easy answer is no, I don't have to change anything. If you ask, what problems are you having? The old brain goes and figures out, well, actually there are these 4 things, which one annoys me the most? I'll tell you that answer. And it gets them to start highlighting for themselves why they have issues, what those issues are, and why they need to be solved. Which is your next question. What does it cost you when that happens, or what are the implications of that not being addressed or fixed or changed? Again, widen the gap. Help them identify their pain and their need for your service to solve their problem. Lots of very wide open questions. Don't tell them stuff yet. We'll talk about making recommendations and closing at the end. Your job at the start is to get alongside them, help them identify the problem, help them express their problem, help them understand the implications of their problem as they walk themselves down a journey of going, oh my God, you are a fantastic solution for me, I must have you. That is your role. And if you do that in an unconvincing manner by being supportive and asking questions, smart questions, open questions, your conversion rates will go up immensely. It gives you time to establish rapport, it gives you time to establish trust. It highlights to them that you're not just trying to flog your product, you're actually trying to understand their situation and solve their problems. All of these things bode well for a longer term relationship, a larger lifetime value with that client, and it's an incredibly simple but effective strategy. Don't tell them what they do, don't tell them why your product's so good. Ask them questions first, be unconvincing, let them enroll themselves. If you're not sure about what questions to ask, again, find a good sales coach, talk to someone like me. Actually, for us, jump online, book a free discovery session. It's easy to grab us. If you're not in Wellington, that's fine. Skype is magic. If you can work this stuff out and ask good questions, your conversion rate will escalate massively. Anyway, that's video number 2. 4 more to come. I'll talk to you on those. See you soon.